Hey guys, it's Kath and I'm here with a story for you for my sister Storytime. So I thought I would take it back for you guys, back to when my sisters and I had recently moved to LA and it was kind of this crazy whirlwind event, but we ended up getting invited to go to the Justin Bieber movie premiere and it was crazy. So let me tell you what happened. So our record label called us like the morning of the event and they were like, hey, we got tickets for you guys for the Justin Bieber movie premiere. Do you want to go? And we were like, oh my gosh, yes. And they were like, you guys can be on the red carpet. And we were like, oh my gosh. And my sisters and I was probably like, I don't remember what year that was, but I think I was like 18, maybe 19 years old. And we were so excited, but we were so nervous. So we literally ran to the mall. It was like 45 minutes away. We ran to the mall as quick as we could. We all picked out outfits. And I think we kind of did like a little bit of a purple theme because it was, purple was like his color. And I think he had a purple carpet. I'm pretty sure it was Never Say Never. And it was just crazy. We were like at the mall picking out outfits really quick. And we had to get home and get ready really fast. Like it was a crazy whirlwind day. And I remember we went to this like dinner place nearby and there were all of these like teenagers just like in crowds, like lined up everywhere watching. And so we went to the place where you're supposed to do the purple carpet. And I remember like, as we're walking by, like some people were like, knew who we were and were like saying our names and like other people didn't. It was just really weird. And I remember being on the carpet. I don't know if that was our first carpet or one of our very earliest, but it was definitely a very new experience for me and I did not really like it. Like, I remember there were just so many cameras, everything's flashing really quickly and really loud and you're like, oh, and they're like, look over here, look over here, look over here. And it's just like very chaotic and you look around and there's like all of these celebrities were there. I don't even remember all of the celebrities that we saw, but it was a lot of like young, like Ariana Grande, Kylie Jenner, like young and Kendall Jenner was there, like kind of that age of celebrities were all there and just kind of like walking around. There's also like fans and there were just people like everywhere. And it was honestly chaos. Like I just remember, I'm very like, this is something you kind of need to know about me to understand the rest of the story is like, I'm a very sensitive person spiritually, if that makes sense. If you guys know what I mean, like I'm very in touch with other people and their spiritual state. So like, if someone's soul, this is really weird, but like if someone's soul has a lot of darkness, I'm always able to sense it. If someone's soul has a lot of light and goodness, I can always sense it. If someone's carrying a lot of like sadness and just like darkness with them, I can feel that. And when someone's feeling like just in touch with God, I can sense that in them. So that's how I've always been. I've always been really in touch with that. And I remember being at that premiere, I could feel this vast sense of emptiness in the room. It was like all of these celebrities, all of these fans, and it was just this feeling that like people were so hungry for something. But they weren't getting what they wanted. And it was just this deep, deep emptiness. And it really, really made me feel sad. Like I wasn't happy to be there. I wanted to go home. I could feel the state of people around me and I could feel this sense of like not being happy and not being satisfied with your life. And it's just weird because I feel like we see celebrities and you think like, oh, they're super happy and like you think of these events as being so fun and so amazing. But it's like, I felt like that at like every red carpet experience, like going to the Teen Choice Awards, like movie premieres, like I did not like it and I thought I would. It seemed so exciting, like going to the mall and picking out clothes and, getting all dressed up. But when I actually was there, I felt so sad and empty. And after a while, like I remember one year, like we'd been invited to go to the Teen Choice Awards and I was like, guys, do we have to go? I really don't want to go. Like it made me feel very sad. Being around those people, there's something about a lot of celebrities together where it feels like a heaviness and an emptiness in the room. And that's the best way that I can describe it, at least my experience of it. And I remember this moment so clearly. This was like a turning point for me in our career because growing up, I never wanted to be famous. I never wanted to be a famous musician or anything. I was kind of more along for the ride with my sisters. Christina was really into this. Lisa was really into this. And I was excited about it and passionate, and then my passion grew over the years, but the idea of fame never was something that I was drawn to. And especially when I actually encountered it in a room, or met even beyond premieres, meeting people at, studios, or at, record label meetings, like seeing people in the flesh, face to face, who are really famous. There's just such a lack of, like, I could sense this. It was just like not a lot of happiness and not a lot of like peace. And that really like dragged on my soul. And I remember driving home from the Justin Bieber movie premiere, and I remember looking out the window and just being like, wow, fame and celebrity life and Hollywood, it's not what people think. It's just empty, and I don't really like it, and it doesn't make me happy. And I kind of started to feel this feeling of dread, like now I'm stuck. Like I have to do this with my family, and like we moved our whole lives to LA, like we're signed with this label, like I'm stuck doing this. And I remember I got home and I was so overwhelmed with emotions, and everything was just building in me that I needed to kind of get away from my sisters. I didn't want to cry in front of them or anything, but we had this office upstairs and no one was in there, and everyone had gone to bed. And I just remember I went into the office, and I remember I literally fell on my knees and I just cried and cried and cried. And I prayed, and I was like, God, I don't like this. I don't like being in this environment. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this for years to come. Like, this literally hurts my soul to be surrounded by this type of like energy, and I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And that was a very like, that moment definitely foreshadowed the future, because I got so worn out the years to come with all the industry events and all the different things we did living in LA for 5 years. Like, it wore me out to the core. And even moving to Nashville, like we've lived here for 6 years now, I had no interest in being part of the industry here in any way. Like songwriting, we had one experience where we did like some songwriting stuff and worked with the company for a little bit, and it was awful. I never wanted to be a part of the industry ever again. I was like, can I just like go off with my sisters on our own, write our music, make our videos, and be completely removed, because I don't want any part of this. I had so many experiences with celebrities or people that we met, and I just could see that a lot of them were not loyal friends, and I just was like, I don't want to be friends with this type of people. I'd rather be friends with like normal people. So that's just kind of like my experience in Hollywood in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but that moment at the Justin Bieber premiere was definitely a huge like moment for me where I made this decision of like, I'm not going to get lost in this. I'm not going to lose my soul in this industry, and I'm not going to like give myself to this thing, because I can tell right away that it does not feel safe and does not feel like a place that I want to be. And I don't want to become like this energy that I'm feeling. I don't want to be like that. So that was a really just groundbreaking moment for me, and I thought I would share that with you guys, because that moment kind of paved the way for me going forward in our career in the music industry. So I hope that was interesting and informative and gave you guys a peek into kind of what my experience was like in the industry during that time. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the next story. Bye.